Hello. Hi, everybody. Nice to see you again. We're back today with some more Wuthering Waves, a new main story quest called an Overture quest just came out. I remember seeing from like the preview live stream, they said like the Overture quest is a new type of main story quest that kind of leads into the upcoming main story quests. So basically, like what we're seeing now, what we're going to see in this quest is going to lead into the next main story quest, which should be coming out in just a couple weeks. I also remember them saying, I think we're going to learn about Augusta's past, and I think there's like some method of like multiple endings that you can get, but because it's about something in the past, like the multiple endings aren't going to change anything in the real world. They're just for us, I guess. Yeah, so I'm not totally sure what I'm getting into with this Overture quest thingy, but we'll see. Yeah, so I guess I might as well just get into it. Am I right? Am I right? And also, I guess I'll just say now, I remember them saying that the Overture quest was going to be a fairly brief experience. And so in that case, assuming that this doesn't take too long, I'm probably going to switch over to Blueprints afterwards and keep playing that. I started it last night. I was having a lot of fun, and I really like to keep going. I wanted to keep going last night, but it was late, so I was like, nope, I gotta put the brakes on this. If I don't put the brakes on this now, I'm not going to. I'm gonna be up way too late. All right, yeah. So let's get started. Do some woo-wah. So the quest is called Rust, Sword, and the Sun. While waiting for contact from the Ephor's palace, you and Abby arrive at Solace Tavern, where you run into a blind, wandering bard, Nestor. Having learned of the Ephor's invitation to the hunt, Nestor shares with you Augusta's stories before she rose to power. There I go. So, if you remember last time, which you may not if you weren't here. Oh, Brant is still here because I haven't beaten him in the card game. Yeah, so if you weren't here or don't remember last time, after we faced Fenrico, we learned from him that... Oh! Ah! I didn't mean to start yet! Oh, stormy.
Muggy day. Sky's gloomy, air's all wet.
Well, yeah, we learned from Fenrico that the coming threat is in Septimont, not Raguna. So we came back here and decided to contact the Ephor to tell her. The Ephor being Augusta.
Oh, man. Please let me finish my sentence. Ugh. Ugh. Cold. Oh.
A hot meal should warm you right up.
All right. I'm famished. We barely had a bite sprinting all the way here from Raguna. Whoa! Pinch me! This is a feast and a half! Hey, Rover. So, we did bring enough money, right? I mean, we kind of rushed out without grabbing anything.
Oh, that? Don't worry. Money's not an issue. Augusta made sure we're covered.
Ooh.
All our food and lodging here in Septimont is billed straight to the Ephor's palace.
Mmm.
But
We're special guests.
I think the owner might have overdone it a little.
Ha! Better get used to it. You're the champ of the Great Aegon. And you know me. If food's on offer, I'll be a scoffer. Yeah, no leftovers, guaranteed. Free stay, free meal. The Zephyr really knows how to treat guests. Maybe we should, hang around a bit longer. This smells amazing.
Abby, what do you think Imperator wants me to find? If Cardathia is right, the last clue should be somewhere on the Sanguis Plateaus.
The Sanguis Plateaus were once the Septimont front line against the Dark Tide. Due to the region's unique landscape, remnant energy gathers here in unusual density, along with a blight cloud perpetually looming overhead, formed since the first Dark Tide. During high tide seasons, gladiators from across Septimont arrived here to hunt Dark Tide creations in the name of glory.
We're so close to the finish line, just one step away. But our pace is slowed.
Relax. We're already back in Septimont. What's the rush? I remember Lupa said there's this weird blight cloud hanging over the Sanguis Plateaus. And when the high tide, or whatever, rolls around, all the gladiators go there to hunt tacit discords. Wait, is the high tide coming up soon? The Ephor's invite did say something about a big hunt. Huh, that reminds me. Aren't we supposed to meet her today?
A messenger came this morning. Augusta is dealing with an emergency, so our meeting's postponed. It looks like it'll be a while. An unexpected change. It's throwing everything off course. I don't like the feel of it. And why me for this hunt? If it's about the Great Aegon. The messenger said none of the other gladiators were invited.
Not even Lupa?
Who knows? Maybe she just wants to test her strength against you. Typical Septimontian, right?
You think so? I've only met her a few times, but I doubt she acts on such simple impulses. And as the Ephor, is she really in a position to do whatever she wants?
Guessed from afar, you possess eyes as clear as crystal. But what troubles you so that eyes once bright as the highland sky now darken with rolling clouds?
Unique design.
A warrior who walks the blade's edge does not falter over trifles. The clouds, if I may guess, are cast from the throne. At the peak of Capitolini Hill, beneath the pale walls of the Ephor's palace, secrets lie buried. And the most intricate among them are those born from the pursuit of power. Even
Yes.
one as honorable as the Ephor must learn when to be ruthless.
He has like dark
In Septimont,
drops coming from his
and
eyes.
blood, anyone who seeks the throne without knowing the cost is no better than a lamb marching to the butcher's knife.
And you are? I get a bad vibe from this guy.
I am Nestor, a traveling poet.
He does have nice muscles, though.
The rains in Septimont never seem eager to leave this season. So then, if you are curious about the Ephor, then allow me to say that nothing would honor me more than to offer even a modest service to the champion of the great Aegon.
Wait, how do you know he's the champion? And all that stuff about the Ephor, too. Oh, your eyes. Oh, were we talking too loud?
To see and to hear are but two of the many ways to perceive. Trusting the senses is a habit, a natural expedience, but not the only option. Truth be told, I've been gathering inspiration for my next epic, and its protagonist is none other than Augusta, the Ephor of Septimont.
Your next epic.
That's why I speak of her with some familiarity. I have a feeling your tale with her will soon be written. And knowing more about those who walk alongside you is rarely without its benefits.
Then tell me about Augusta.
Augusta. A girl of humble birth. A resonator of modest talent. A commoner without noble patronage. And yet, from the den of wolves that is Septimont City, she rose and eventually claimed her place.
I love her design so much.
Just like the burning sun was once a cloud of dust.
She just looks so cool. Huh? Huh? What? Dear guest from afar, do follow me into the near-forgotten stories of Augusta. Simply telling it might be a bit dull. Also, I make a choice. What are you trying to do, or what methods do you have in mind? What are you trying to do? Perhaps having the listener become the protagonist of such stories might be a good option. This should add a more immersive touch to the sounds and images you've yet to hear and see. Okay, either way, it's continue. At this moment, you, or Augusta, shall relive her path, face the same choices she once made. Thus, please forget your name. Are we role-playing? Of course, Augusta's story is already written. No matter what choices you'd make, they will not alter our reality. Yet be wary. Fate is fickle, and a misstep can lead to a swift end. Weigh your choices carefully. I understand. Well then, let the story begin. Put aside the complex thoughts, and let me sing the epic of a young girl, Augusta. A gentle, warm light begins to blur your vision. Slowly, you close your eyes. When it clears, a small, frightened girl clutching a sword stands amidst the ruins. A group of solemn Septimontian gladiators stands guard around her. Hey, kid, are you alone? Don't be afraid. We know what the dark tide did to your home. Here to help. Timidly or boldly? Well, I know if it was me, I'd go timid. But if I'm supposed to be role-playing Augusta, I don't think she'd be very timid. I think she'd be bold. Different choices will change the corresponding stats value. What did I get? I got health. Establish yourself in Septimont. Reach 100 reputation. You must be hungry. Here. This should be enough to keep you from starving for now. Well, if he's offering, I don't see a reason to refuse. We can take you to Septimont City. It's not safe here. We don't know when the next disaster will strike. Staring at these ruins won't change anything. Even if you rebuild these walls 1,000 times, never hold against the dark tide. We don't have the strength to stop it. Bring your sword and come with us. Oh, does it tell me what stat I'll raise? I didn't notice. I'm gonna grip my sword with determination. And I got, okay, willpower, martialism. So there's health, martialism, willpower, and reputation, I guess? The gladiators shake their heads and pat your shoulder. Look back at the ruined village or follow them. I'm gonna look back. Oh! Remember to maintain a stats balance. The story ends if a stat drops to 0. A story chapter is complete once the corresponding goals are met. So yeah, there's reputation. In the end, you chose to leave the village. The gladiator's words revealed a bitter truth. You lacked the strength to protect the home you are leaving behind. In your travels, you stay quiet or engage with the gladiators. I guess engage with the gladiators. I want to get more reputation. Following the gladiators, you arrive in the city of Septimont by ship. You wave them goodbye after arriving in the central square. Meanwhile, you notice the square is crowded with citizens. Remain quiet and anxious, or show your awe of the city. So what is it? Maybe it'll tell me. You can preview how resonator stats will be influenced by your choice as you swipe. The icon of the influence stat will glow, and the extent of the influence will be indicated by the strength of the glow. Depending on your choice, the stats may increase or decrease. Yeah, so it'll glow, but I won't know if it'll go up or down until I choose. I'll show my awe of the city. A poster for the Gladiator's Aegon is pinned to a wooden board. The air is filled with heated chatter about the upcoming match. The gathering people push you toward the crowd or draw closer to the crowd. I'll draw closer. You must know, Septimont reveres strength. Here, only the victor reigns. That is a law older than the city itself. Hi, Cole. How are you? I hope you're having a good day. I'm doing the new, this is a new main quest in Wuthering Waves, and it's called an Overture quest, and it's got a kind of a unique format. I have to make choices, and well, so first of all, technically I am still playing as Rover, but I guess it's kind of a role play type thing. So I'm pretending to be Augusta, the Ephor of Septimont, the ruler. And you can see I make choices, and they'll influence my stats. If any of my stats drop to 0, I lose. But I continue on by reaching the stat goals. So if I choose this one, it'll influence my willpower. If I choose this one, it'll influence my reputation. But will it be up or down, is the question. I guess I don't see how this could negatively affect me. You notice the passion-filled eyes of this Septimontian. Yeah, more reputation. If I click, will it tell me, like, I don't know how much. I don't know how much is 100 on this scale. I guess I'll find out. Eat or be eaten, such is the way of this city. To survive, you'll have to find your bite and seize the crown with your own teeth. You can't stop thinking about their conversation. You realize that gladiators are the very symbol of strength in Septimont. If there's a way to dominate the arena, maybe you'll find the strength you're looking for. Tear down the poster? That'll affect 3 of my stats, but... I guess I'll tear it down. I have a feeling this is going to negatively impact some of my stats. But hopefully it'll at least get my reputation up? Hard to tell for sure. Okay, yeah, my health went down, but my willpower and reputation went up. As you leave, you notice that 3 words stand out in the incessant chatter. Identity, status, and talent. They seem to be an essential part of gladiating. There are always those commoners who view the Aegon as mere boring displays of butchery. But we're hardly entertained by the sight of rats shrieking in the dirt. What we crave is true magnificence, a warrior who can make roses bloom from blood. Wanna have a little bet on how many mangy rats are gonna try for the Aegon this year? Them and their stench be stinking up the place. Slightly concerned about your status and talents, or ignore their words. Ignore their words. Oh, Nestor. Since you may not have been here earlier, Cole, Nestor is the guy kind of taking us through this story, and I get a bad vibe from him. Not least of all because of the, you can see there appears to be some kind of dark liquid seeping out from under his blindfold. Reminds me of the sky at the Mournfell Canyon here in Septimont, where the dark tide residue is. I don't think it's a good sign. You are determined to step onto the arena. The rules demand a mentor at your back. Someone to keep death from claiming you on the first day, and perhaps even teach you to see the fight through the end. After hitting several dead ends, you eventually come across Cato. Cato is a retired gladiator star that takes on few protégés. So you want to join the Aegon, you say? Why don't you start by telling me a little about yourself? You recall the discussions about gladiators, identity, status, and talents. People in the city of Septimont seem to value these more than anything. You choose to... There's a lot of latency happening on my stream? Oh no. Oh dear. I don't know what to do about that. Oh. It's telling me encoding overloaded. It says continue turning down video settings or using a faster encoding preset. But I don't know if it'll let me I don't know if it'll let me change it while I'm streaming. Let me try. Oh, here's the encoder preset. I'm using best quality, so I guess I'll lower it. Let me know if that helps. But I don't want there to be a lot of latency. Yeah, I guess just watch for a bit and let me know if that change I made helps at all. Thank you for pointing it out though, because I wouldn't have noticed otherwise. Oh boy, looks like it's still having trouble. I don't know. Can you still hear me okay, at least? Or is it like cutting out my voice? Okay, hello? I think when I restarted my computer, it like not disconnected my microphone, but like changed the settings to default or whatever. So I couldn't talk for a second. But does it look like we're back now? It's just from what I'm seeing on my OBS, it looks fine, but I don't know if that matches the output. I do kind of hope it saved my progress going through the Overture. Looks good so far? Okay, great.
Hopefully this helps.
Oops! Ah! Yeah. Okay, it looks like I do have to start from the beginning, unfortunately, but whatever. I didn't get that far. Alright. Dear guest from afar, do follow me into the near-forgotten stories of Augusta. But simply telling it might be a bit dull. What are you trying to do? Perhaps having the listener become the protagonist of such stories might be a good option. This should add a more immersive touch to the sounds and images you've yet to hear and see. At this moment, you are Augusta. You shall relive her past. Face the same choices she once made. Thus, forget about your own name for now. I don't like that. I don't like that you're saying to forget about my own name. I feel like there's something shady at play here. Of course, Augusta's story is already written. No matter what choices you'd make, they will not alter our reality. Yet be wary. Fate is fickle, and a misstep can lead to a swift end. Weigh your choices carefully. I understand. Well then, let the story begin. Set aside the complex thoughts. Let me sing the epic of a young girl, Augusta. A gentle, warm light begins to blur your vision, and you slowly close your eyes. When it clears, a small, frightened girl clutching a sword stands amidst the ruins. A group of solemn Septimontian gladiators stands guard around her. Hey, kid, are you alone? Don't be afraid. We know what the Dark Tide did to your home, and we're here to help. Boldly observe the man in front of you. You must be hungry. Here, this should be enough to keep you from starving for now. Take the food. We can take you to Septimont City. It's not safe here. We don't know when the next disaster will strike. Staring at these ruins won't change anything. Even if you rebuild these walls 1,000 times, they'll never hold against the Dark Tide. You don't have the strength to stop it. Bring your sword and come with us. Grip your sword with determination. Oh, you did have a good day today? That's good! Awesome! I had a nice day too. Gladiators shake their heads and pat your shoulder. Look back at the ruined village. In the end, you chose to leave the village. The gladiators' words revealed a bitter truth. You lacked the strength to protect the home you are leaving behind. In your travels, you engage with the gladiators. Following the gladiators, you arrive in the city of Septimont by ship. You wave them goodbye after arriving at the central square. Meanwhile, you notice that the square is crowded with citizens. Show your awe of the city. A poster for the gladiators' Aegon is pinned to a wooden board. The air is filled with heated chatter about the upcoming match. Draw closer to the crowd. You must know, Septimont reveres strength. Here, only the victor reigns. That is a law older than the city itself. You notice the passion-filled eyes of this Septimontian. Eat or be eaten. Such is the way of this city. To survive, you'll need to find your bite and seize the crown with your own teeth. You can't stop thinking about their conversation. You realize that gladiators are the very symbol of strength in Septimont. There's a way to dominate the arena. Maybe you'll find the strength you're looking for. Tear down the poster and walk away from the crowd. As you leave, you notice that 3 words stand out in the incessant chatter: identity, status, and talent. They seem to be an essential part of gladiating. There are always those commoners who view the Aegon as mere boring displays of butchery. But we're hardly entertained by the sight of rats shrieking in the dirt. What we crave is true magnificence. A warrior who can make roses bloom from blood. Eat or be eaten reminds you of that one SpongeBob episode. Hey, try to remember which episode that is. I can't remember off the top of my head. Oh! Is it the one where SpongeBob and Patrick get like lost and they kind of go crazy? Yeah, it's that one. Okay. Want to have a little bet on how many mangy rats are gonna try for the Aegon this year? Them and their stench be stinking up the place. Yeah, they get lost in the wilderness and try to eat each other. Some of those episodes are wild. Also, yeah, hi Astrust. Ignore their words. You are determined to step onto the arena. The rules demand a mentor at your back. Someone to keep death from claiming you on the first day. And perhaps even teach you to see the fight through to the end. After hitting several dead ends, you eventually come across Kato. Kato is a retired gladiator star, but takes on few protégés. So you want to join the Aegon, you say? Why don't you start by telling me a little about yourself? You recall the discussions about gladiators. Identity, status, and talents. People in the city of Septimont seem to value these more than anything. You choose to lie about your past or speak honestly about your past. Oh. Okay, so I'm caught up to where I was before. That didn't take very long. I feel like it's better to be honest. Like I know they say that they care a lot about status. It's clear that they do. But like, doesn't it make more sense? Just, I don't know. I always tend to err on the side of honesty. Just because you never know what complications lying could cause down the road. So I'm gonna go with honesty. Aha! Oh, I got a lot of reputation from that. The dark tide took your home, and you came to Septimont seeking strength. Is that so? You've got some metal, but that's not gonna cut it here. Go home. People like you always show up with nothing but fancy dreams, only to see them crushed and trampled. I've seen enough of idiots like you. Stay silent or try to argue? I guess try to argue sounds like a better option, but I don't know. Oh, I lost reputation. Ah! What now? Still here, are you? Think your stubbornness will change my mind? Pathetic. Look him straight in the eye. Alright then, let's have a duel. Land one strike and you win. You manage that? I'll teach you how to be a true gladiator. This duel here is your entrance trial. Accept without hesitation or accept after great deliberation? I guess without hesitation? Okay, yeah, good. Blades meet in a sharp clash. Kato moves with practiced ease. You are quickly defeated. Strengthless. Do you realize how weak you are? Which is why I want to become a gladiator. Do you really know who you're fighting against? Can you really best me? Can't. Now, how do you plan to end this? Challenge him again the next day. I'm not gonna give up. Back for round 2, are we? Country rats like you sure are as pestering as the city folks say you are, huh? Defend or attack? Let's defend this time. Just like last time, you aren't much of a challenge to Kato. You are swiftly beaten once again. Go back. This is not your path. Continue the challenge on the 3rd day. Too slow, too weak. Your foolish swings only bring smiles to your enemies. I'll be stronger, or then I'll be faster. I guess faster. Is that your best? So naive. Well, I guess a rat that lives in the dark is never meant for the sun. Checkmate. You've lost. Again! Still not ready to give up? Why don't you sell your sword? It'll get you some food at least. Continue. You stand before Kato again, dragging your exhausted body nearly at your limit. And still fight. The wind swept up by the blade whispers past, and you're suddenly home. Soft sunlight cascades on the great oak's leaves, and you hear your friends' laughter, your parents' gentle calls. But in the very next breath, a bone-deep chill engulfs you. That touch. You know it all too well. Thoughts race across your mind, and your hand instinctively gripped the sword hilt. These feel the same to me. Won't surrender, or I can't stop here. Yes, I can't stop here. You seize the opening and land a hit on Kato. Kato hands you his sword and turns to leave. Call out to him or catch his sword. Call out. Oh, and my little title changed from nameless girl to trainee gladiator. In Septimont's arena, the victor claims the weapon of the defeated, a symbol of conquest. This sword is yours now. Victor. You're determined to bite off that crown, not fall before you get there. Augusta. That's your name, isn't it? Yes, I am Augusta. I have reached 100 reputation. Okay, so I guess 100 is the maximum. The moment you step into the arena, you will lose this name. The spectators may brand you with a number, a symbol. or even the name of some wild beast. I'm prepared. Only the last one standing has the right to reclaim their true name. By then, all will be chanting your name, Augusta. You'll have to conquer their hearts and win their applause even without identity, status, and talents. Tell me, will I see that day? I will make them know my true name. Training starts tomorrow, 6 sharp, right here. Epic of the Blazing Sun, Chapter 1, New Arrival in the Big City completed.
Fail enough times, and you might eventually succeed. Should we call it resilience? Or mere stubbornness?
Augusta Wind? Oh, I had to say it out loud to get it. Augusta Wind.
Or perhaps, for a girl who has lost everything, there was never a second option. She had no one to trust but herself, and naught but a blade to hold. And yet, as the first stanza of an epic, this is nothing extraordinary. Since the lament, across the scorched lands of Solaris, I've heard this story repeat itself, again and again. Greatness. Yes, our era has certainly seen it. But true greatness is never found on the first page of a story. Courage, glory, and honor. Such immortal virtues have been etched in tablet and stone. They are never forged overnight. Light as a thread, elusive as the wind, they weave themselves into every twist of fate, tangling with every insignificant choice we make.
What's wrong, Abby?
I don't know. It's just unbelievable. The Augusta he's talking about, and the Ephor we saw in the arena. No way they're the same person.
People can change a lot over time, Abby.
A girl far from home, arriving in the city upon Capitolini Hill in pursuit of strength. No title, no status, no wealth. I doubt anyone at the time could have imagined her rising to where she is now.
No, there might be one.
Do you mean Kato?
Oh, is that how you say that?
Do you believe Kato handed her that final victory on purpose, and that his scathing words were a test of her resolve?
Maybe he had long grown tired of that corrupt system.
Then Kato must have been an idealist, to place his faith in a girl with nothing to her name. Now, why don't we keep this question in mind and see where the story leads us?
Are you ready to listen to the Epic of the Blazing Sun? Yep, let's go. Part 2. Okay, my goal this time is to reach 100 willpower. Dawn breaks with a pale glow. A month has already passed under Kato's training. And today, grind continues. Rise and grind, they say. A little rest won't hurt, I'll go later, or stick to the training schedule. No, I'll stick to the schedule. I lost some health, but I got some martialism and willpower. You arrive at the training site. Repeating the same moves over and over again has begun to wear on your patience. You notice some gladiators training in moves you've never seen before. You decide to peek into their training. Oh, I lost stuff? Ah. You reflect on your training. It was always you alone facing the wooden post, patching yourself up over and over. Endure and push through. Days slip by, and the gladiator's Aegon draws near. Today, Kato will give you one final lesson. I've done all I can to prepare you. Now you're on your own. The training ends today. Here's my final task for you. Tell me, why do you want to become a gladiator? What pulls you through all this training? You already know the answer. Your ideal has never faltered since you left home. To be strong enough to protect others. Meet Kato's gaze, and he reads the answer in your eyes. I'll give him my thanks. In the meantime, a flicker of desire crosses your eyes. You recall Kato's words from when this all started. By then, all will be chanting your name. Augusta. Augusta Wind. You'll have to conquer their hearts and win their applause even without identity, status, and talents. Tell me, will I see that day? I will make it happen. You're aware that sponsors for the Gladiators Aegon are mostly nobles and wealthy merchants, figures beyond your reach, except perhaps in the underground arena. These are all top-of-the-line merchandise I got here. Care to have a look? Like products on display, you and a few other gladiators stand in the middle of the underground arena, scrutinized by nobles and wealthy merchants in the stands. One by one, those beside you are chosen and escorted away. Oh. Volunteer yourself and take a step forward. Again, I don't really see the difference between these two. Step forward. Okay, that worked out. The audience casts their eyes in your direction. However, all you receive is constant laughter in return. Glimpses of the noble's lavish lifestyle flicker through, or visions of your home's ruin flash within your mind. I'm wondering, is visions of my home's ruin, is that something that will boost my willpower or make it go down? Let's see. Okay, wrong choice. Fluffs. So they really did have a hand in that disaster. The dark tide alone did not destroy your home. The rotten high places also played a part in your home's ruin. When the dark tide struck, those with power and wealth continued their life of indulgence and luxury. The might of the gladiators existed only to serve their desires. Either I silently swear to shatter these rules, or a fire of anger ignites in my chest. Maybe silently, yeah. Okay, yeah, good. Got a lot of willpower from that. Well, well, a village girl with such unremarkable forte, dreaming of power and strength. I can't remember the last time Septimont had a joke this amusing. Show them your sword, or try and you'll see. I guess I'll show them my sword. What can you offer? Prancing around like a circus clown and scrambling for your life. We can all have a good laugh. Or do you think playing innocent will win you favor? Never disappoint or don't underestimate me. Don't underestimate me, I guess. Hey, I did it. I got to 100 willpower. Anyone interested in this one? After all, watching the weak struggle is always a fine source of entertainment. You bear a small anticipation that someone will pick you, or give the nobles a chilling stare as they talk in whispers. Well, I don't want my reputation to go down too far. If I hit 0, I lose. So maybe this one? Okay. Entertainment, you say? In Septimont, strength defines worth. We shouldn't be so quick to judge a gladiator who offers herself. You turn your view towards the voice. Heavy steps. A well-dressed, old-school noble walks down from the stands towards you. He smells of rotten stench. It's unlike the smell of rats, as the Septimontians had put it, but a foul odor of power and wealth. Silently clench your fist, or you frown at the old-school noble. Okay, neither choice is going to affect my stats. I engage only in profitable ventures. To stand in the arena, you must prove your worth. I have 3 trials for you. Survive them, and we may speak further. Brave young lady. Chapter 2, Gladiator Training completed. Oh, we're going right into Chapter 3. Okay. You accept the noble's trials. Though trials is too fine a word for something intended only to break you. I need to get to 50 reputation and 100 willpower. Okay, they're both head to the trial grounds. Outside the walls of Septimont City lies a wasteland plagued by the dark tide. Your homeland. Turning home, you can't help but feel sentimental, or it's now different from the home you remember. I don't think being sentimental is a bad thing. Oh, apparently they don't want that. They say a ferocious lion beast corrupted by the dark tide prowls deep within a cave. No common blade can cut through its skin. Your first trial is to slay that beast. The noble, however, decides to strip you of all equipment but a dull sword. A dull sword is more than enough. The mountain trail winds like a serpent. Among the charred tree stumps, dozens of bleached skeletons lie scattered. You suspect you're getting close as you continue forward against the unpleasant smell. When the first rays of sunlight split the clouds, the cave reveals itself, breathing death. Before you get a clear picture of the cave, a crushing force presses down upon you. Try to break free, or who are you? Sure, let's ask who they are. Shh, get down! You're trying to get yourself killed? Hold your breath or you'll alert it. Do as he says. Okay, I lost health, but I got reputation. I turn around and see a hunter. Just then, a massive beast roars and walks past where you are hiding. Secretly stare at it or keep your head down. Keep my head down. Wait, no, maybe that's bad. Okay, I stared at it, and that seemed to be okay. After the lion beast has left, you apologize to the hunter. It was thanks to him the beast did not notice you. Going by those clothes, you're a Septimontian gladiator, eh? I used to be just like you. Lost a big match, got tossed out by the nobles, and ended up like this. For nothing but their playthings. The skills honed for battle are now merely tools for survival. Septimont has abandoned the strength it desperately needs. You pity such reality. Ask the hunter what you should do, or ask the hunter about the lion beast. I feel like this would lower my willpower, since I'm asking someone else what to do. Only a madman would go after that lion. I have my reasons, or I know what I'm doing. I have my reasons. His words are rough, but he eventually tells you everything he knows. You bid the hunter farewell and make preparations for the hunt. To gain more knowledge of your prey, you choose to silently observe the lion beast in the following days. After a few days, you've managed to grasp an overall behavior pattern of the lion beast. Thus, you march towards the deep cave. Enter the cave! There's something... This is like such a dumb reference. Sometimes whenever like I hear about a cave, I think of this one little line from an SNL sketch where one of them is just like, "See the cave," in kind of a like, I don't know. It's not even really that funny of a voice. I don't know why I think of it all the time. Go see the cave. Deep within the cave's dark embrace, you tread softly. Then a sudden dread freezes your steps. Between the flickering torch flames, a monstrous shape appears. The lion beast. Fire from the nether dances amid its golden mane, while claws like scythes tear wounds in the earth. Maintain distance and swing your sword, or draw your sword and strike the lion beast. Maintain distance, I think. As you expected, your sword fails you. It's ineffective against the lion. Before you can take a breath, the lion's thunderous roar storms you again. You decide to quickly analyze the cave's environment. Just before the lion beast pounces at you, you slash with all your strength at the stalactite above. It crashes down into the lion's gaping jaws. It still has the fight. You land on its neck. It lunges to seize you, but your swift dodges force its claws into a deadly knot around its throat. Seeing your chance, you give a final pull, and the beast strangles itself in a frantic struggle. Finally. After the trial has ended, you drag your exhausted body towards the stream. Clear water cascades down into the mountain valley, and the dense forest slumbers quietly in nature's cradle. You rinse your blood-stained hands in the water. The clear stream slowly turns red. The birds scatter and the fish vanish. You sense the forest's unease at your presence. Are they afraid of me, or are they afraid of my power? Well, neither of them affect my stats, so I guess, are they afraid of me? The critter's panic plunges you into reflection. For the first time, you realize that power can instill fear. You desire more power. With no time to rest, you approach the nobleman again. He imposes the second trial upon you. Either what is it this time, or I know full well the next one won't be easy. Yeah, I mean, I do. killing a mad beast is hardly an achievement. I'm sure you're aware, girl, that all the warriors of Septimont have 2 lives. Shadow seemed to mention this before, or 2 lives? Is it talking about how they won't remember your name unless you win? One by their parents, and the other by their sword. You may consider the sword in a gladiator's hand as their life in the arena. For your second trial, bring me 100 lives. Yes, prove to me you are worthy of standing in the arena. Calmly accept or turn with disgust as you wave to accept. I guess calmly. To get the admission pass for the Aegon, you start the second trial. Day after day, you fight gladiators of Septimont. As your reputation grows, so do the spectators. They don't care who you are, but only want to see when you will fail. Look, it's that girl again. Didn't think she would get as many wins as she did. Just look at the size of her. How will she even carry those swords? Focus on the opponent before you or ignore their comments. I did the same thing. You have grown used to this kind of noise. The deafening cheers numb your fatigue. Your sword now rests against your opponent's throat. Spare the opponent and wait for the next challenger, or suppress my desire to kill. I don't know, I mean, but this one only affects reputation. This one affects both reputation and willpower. But will it raise or lower them? This feels like something that would raise willpower, suppressing the desire to kill. But also that answer feels like bad. I'll try it anyway. Okay, yeah, that is what they wanted. One by one, the gladiators you've challenged grow in numbers. Those you've defeated kneel before you, offering their swords, symbolizing their honor with both hands. Steadily plant the opponent's sword into the ground, or raise the opponent's sword. I guess steadily plant it into the ground. Even in Septimont, there's a limit to opponents that prove a challenge to you. Eventually, you will need to seek out tougher challenges. You have targeted Victor, a frequent champion of the Aegon from one of the noble houses. Do you have any idea who Victor's father is? His lordship is the largest sponsor of the Aegon. Power, wealth, those aren't things brute strength can rival. Victor has the best mentor, the finest weapon. Well, so what? Or, indeed. Yeah, indeed. The house behind Victor comes to you with an offer. A perfect job and a substantial fortune, if you walk away from the duel. Take the offer or rip the contract. Oh no, I'm ripping that contract. Absolutely the hell not. You reject the bribe without a second thought. Humiliated, the noble's servant spits curses in your face. Respond calmly or say nothing to avoid any altercations. I guess respond calmly. You ignorant country peasant. Do you know what it means to refuse a noble? Then you shall suffer for your arrogance. When the time comes, don't expect any pity, as you won't be getting any. Eye the scion beside the servant or ignore the servant. Okay, I've reached the goal. The scion silences the rambling servant and tears up the contract. Let's go. There's no point in talking sense into an ignorant fool. Then again, I'd appreciate it if you don't waste too much of my time in the arena. Victor, is this the guy from... I don't remember if I did this quest on stream. I think I did. An exploration quest in Septimont, where we, like, met these kind of ghosts or reverberations of some old, like an old gladiator father and daughter. I wanna... Okay, no, I was wrong. That's a different guy. That guy's name was Aulus, and his daughter's name was Verbia. I must have gotten confused. They throw a bag of credits as a way to humiliate you, following it up with sarcasm and mocking gestures. They attempt to overwhelm you with their pride. You feel nothing. The day arrives. Victor accepts your challenge with his honor of nobility as the stake. You remember well the haughty look he wore but a few days prior. But the nobles wield only words, not swords. Victor knows nothing about swordsmanship. You easily defeat the weak, incompetent scion, and casually lift his pretty helmet with the tip of your sword. Approach the nobles' seats or stare at the watching nobles with contempt. I'll approach their seats. I have won, and I achieved it without wasting your time. Do you see? Your gilded lies shatter before real strength. Step on his helmet or toss it back to him. I guess I'll toss it back to him. The crowd erupts in cheers and applause. The nobles, unable to deny your triumph, lower their heads. You return to your lodging to count your trophies. 99 swords, 99 opponents defeated. Now, only one life is left to claim. Most gladiators have long feared your reputation, and dare not challenge you, except one. Aerodel, the rising star of the underground arena. Unlike you, he was born with a powerful forte. He is undoubtedly the king of the arena. Talents no longer matter to me, or a sword tempered by countless battles is no less sharp. I mean, this is true, right? A sword tempered by countless battles is no less sharp. Amidst the endless chanting of the name Aerodel, you arrive as promised. Even the old school noble is present this time. Your opponent's towering physique dwarfs yours, and his crushing presence brings to mind the fearsome lion beast. After several exchanges, you notice something unusual. The floor is too slippery to gain a foothold, and Aerodel's armor is unusually heavy. you are all too familiar with the noble's despicable tricks. Keep calm. You then shift your pace, luring Aradel into the very trap meant for you. After a few more rounds, his steps grow loose, his reaction sluggish. Seize the opportunity. Your sword stops just before the neck of Septimont's strongest gladiator. The entire arena falls silent, and almost immediately the crowd erupts into applause. Stab! 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 Is that so? Kill! 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 Now? Aradel closes his eyes and accepts his fate. Let's leave it there. In front of everyone's watchful eye, you only take Aradel's sword. You then bow towards the audience before turning to leave. You feel the people's gaze, or you feel a sense of relief. Yeah. The spectators are silent. Live! 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 Leave the cheers behind you, or look back at the crowd and wave. I guess leave the cheers behind. The next day, you arrive before the old school nobles with 100 lives. Oh, my title changed. Blade of Glory, Augusta. Aradel is merely made of Septimontian flesh. Above him stands a far greater force. I'm ready for the third trial. Your third trial is to earn the blessing of Arsenosa. He never planned to let me pass the trial. I know Arsenosa. It has never tasted defeat. People say it's a peak no humans can ever reach, the last wall of Septimont. But I have no reason to yield. It is this insurmountable challenge that stirs the thirst for victory in your blood. You accept the third trial. Confront the guardian of Septimont, Arsenosa. Chapter 3, The Impossible Trial completed. Chapter 4, The Day of Crowning. Reach 100 martialism and 100 reputation. On the eve of the trial, you return to the training grounds once again. While you wait for Kato, you find yourself standing before the familiar wooden post. It has been your most enduring companion in your pursuit of true strength. Hug it gently or cut it down and leave the past behind. I guess cut it down? Even though I don't necessarily want to do that myself. Yeah, that got me what I wanted, which is martialism and reputation. Well, not particularly an easy path, is it? Tell me, what did you learn from this path? Strength can be destructive, or strength can instill fear. Strength can be destructive. Strength brings conquest, such as humanity's oldest rule. Augusta, I'll be there for your last trial, and I will call your name for all to hear. Thank you. Back in your room, you stare blankly at your stacked collection of swords. These trophies symbolize strength and conquest, but how will you show them to the world? You once heard the tale of a legendary gladiator, a warrior who would always fuse their opponent's swords with their own after victory. Now, you decide to You decide to tread the same path and stand before the smithy. Gaze at the flying sparks from the blacksmith's forge. You wish to demonstrate your strength, yet now you still seek to do this with power not of your own. Watching the blacksmith's hammer rise and fall, a seemingly impractical idea emerges. In the end, you use your forte to fuse all the swords into one. Grip the heavy sword in your hand or feel the power. Feel the power! Oh, I got something. Your forte never stands out among resonators, but its seemingly insignificant power is enough to be stronger than the forge fire and hammer swings. Blade of Glory. In a display of her extraordinary strength and hard-earned honor, Augusta used her forte to forge the challenger's swords into a greatsword. Is it like an item that I've gotten? Maybe I can, use it for future things? The day of the final trial has finally arrived. You walk to the arena's center with your newly forged sword. The bronze horns blare from atop the 12 stone pillars. All eyes are on you. Everyone is eager to witness how a human will rival the strength of Arsinosa. Survey my surroundings. Suddenly, a rumbling roar cut through the noise of the crowd. The nobles' banners flutter and fall. A colossal shadow swallows the sunlight around you. Arsinosa appears. Arsinosa's mountainous size catches your eye. "It's awake!" a noble shrieked. Arsinosa stands silently opposite you. Slowly, its eyes open, coldly watching you. Focus and stay alert. With a sudden sweep of her tail, the lioness shatters the stone pillar. You roll aside, barely dodging the flying debris. A chill seeps through the tear in the cloth of your left shoulder. Either take the initiative or take up a defensive stance. Take the initiative! Okay, I lost health, but I got martialism. The screams from the stands are soon drowned by the lioness's roar. A wave of sound and dust rips past your ears. You can taste blood on your lips and tongue. Quickly patch yourself up or ignore the pain and tend to the wound later. Okay, I feel like this is definitely going to lower my health, and this would probably increase it. But this says it'll also, ignoring the pain, also says it will affect my martialism, and if it makes it go up, that is what I want. So I'm gonna try it. Her second attack comes without warning. You barely have time to react before your sword rises to meet her descending paws. This strike shall be my all, or recall your previous encounters. Your encounters from previous battles. I guess I'll recall my encounters. Oh, that was the wrong choice. Oh no. Oh, I'm losing a lot of martialism. You manage to withstand Arsinosa's fierce attack, and at the moment it withdraws, seize the opportunity to thrust your blade into the ancient crack in its right foreleg. Golden blood spills the arena. Steady your breath, or look up at Arsinosa. I gained Arsinosa's acceptance, even though I lost a ton of martialism. Arsinosa ceases her attack, her mane brushing against your blood-stained face, before she lowers her head. The arena shakes with applause. You hear the crowd chant your name in honor. I have gained the lioness's blessing. The voices. They Oh, I got a lot of martialism back from that. Oh, that took me all the way to 100. I still need more reputation, though. Listen to the waves of cheers. Oh, wise and noble Arsinosa, the mighty guardian of Septimont, bestow upon her the crown of courage and strength. Oh, my title changed again. Summit of Septimont, Augusta. Walk up the steps after Arsinosa. When the cries of triumph resonate with the earth, we see the fire of humanity blaze across Septimont. Wave after wave of applause, the Septimontians salute me as I advance. Okay, we got what we needed. Oh, sun and moon, witness this extraordinary feat. Witness her epic dedication to Septimont. Take another step forward. As the platform rises, you realize that by earning Arsinosa's blessing, you have been granted a privilege. They are all bowing to me. You are crowned the champion without the great Aegon. Nevertheless, you have already conquered countless gladiators with your strength. Under everyone's gaze, glory now bows at your feet. Raise your sword or silence the crowd. Raise my sword! At last, you stand atop the summit, the champion. Only now, with battle fire cooled in your veins, your wounds raise their voices in protest. You have shattered the decaying order with strength, and through strength, you shall reshape new rules. You shall wield gladiators' valor on the righteous path. You shall allow no more fragile lives to tremble before death. You shall ensure that your homeland's tragedy will forever be undone. Yet, should these new rules, forged by might, lose their foundation, will they not fall? A cold whisper of unease boils in your chest. Well then, no time for pointless pondering now. From this day forward, your sword, your honor, your 2 lives shall serve Septimont. The spectators cheer you on, and the story concludes with a happy ending.
Merely the rough shape of a short epic. This is all I can offer about the Ephor.
I don't trust
Now, as a
you.
listener, what do you make of my narration?
I don't trust you. It was a nice story, though. I did enjoy it.
I appreciate your kind words, my generous listener. I am only a humble wordsmith, spinning verses and rhymes. The essence of poetry is granted by those who dare defy their fate.
You're sounding a lot like
There is one
Cristoforo.
thing I must confess. Through my words, your knowledge of the Ephor is partial, at best. Poetry can only offer a glimpse of the true story. The reality of people, events, and things slips beyond the grasp of words. I do not belong in the pages of the epic, so I remain confined to the observer's gaze. I can imagine events and emotions unfold, but I cannot truly recreate them. Here's some advice for you, though I hesitate to call it such. If you want the truth of a story, step into it. Become part of it. The opportunity stands before you now. As I've said, the tale between you and Augusta, the hero of Septimont, is only now turning its next page.
You seem to know exactly what I'm about to do.
It's not difficult to see. Fate flows like the stars, tracing their course. Your destination is written in the steps you take. The rain is passing. I hear it ceasing its symphony upon the earth. It is time for farewells. Before I leave, may I ask you one last question? What is it that has lifted Augusta to the seat of power? What is it that makes a ruler?
Well, I'd say strength. Let's be real. There's no way Augusta could have passed those trials without strength. Rover, what do you think?
It was her unyielding resolve.
You needn't rush to answer now. Keep it in mind as you continue your journey. When the final chapter is written, the answer will reveal itself. Farewell, my friend. Our paths crossed by fate and by chance. Soon, after this brief encounter, everything about me will be gone with the wind. But you, your epic continues.
Who are you? Ah! Paper cranes. Ah! Who's that? The previous day.
Your Excellency, you have indulged her too much. As the priestess, you know is far too unruly in both action and word. It's a disgrace to her title.
Indeed. She entered the palace unannounced, uninvited, and with no decorum. A blatant affront to the authority of the palace.
Same as always. Senators, all she crossed was a doorway. One too insignificant to carry the weight of our authority, or defend anyone's fragile pride. Let us not forget, it is not the walls of Capitolini Hill that command fear. It is my will, my sword, and our relentless conquest. I know your fear. You fear a priestess's voice drowning yours, and a rebel challenging the Senate's rules. But listen well. Power does not bow to sycophants, cowering behind their traditions.
He's so cool.
If you seek power, then step from the shadows. Face me, and prove yourself worthy.
Oh, she's mother.
Took you long enough, Augusta.
Handling the senators takes time. You know that. Well, to keep our esteemed priestess from waiting, maybe next time I'll just leave them to their own devices. I'll make sure they record every detail of your feat and relay it word for word to Grandmother Lilibet.
The current head priestess of Septimont.
Priestess Iuno. Unruly behavior left Tetragon Temple without permission and trespassed into the Ephor's palace. I wonder, who will lose it first? Lilibet or you?
Let those old foxes report me all they want. If they step into the tetragon left foot first, I'll shoot the left. Right foot first, I'll shoot the right.
Hey, I'm with you on that one. The Senate should be reminded now and then that the Tetragon's kindness is not a reason to take Priestess Yuno lightly. Why didn't you wait there? I had everything handled. We depart for the hunting ground tonight. If anything changed, you could have reached me by my terminal. You didn't need to come all the way here. I want you free of duty until that day arrives.
You're overthinking it, Augusta. I'm here to see that person. Grandmother Lilibet said his fate is one of unknowable void. Sounds intriguing enough to make time for.
So that's it? Too bad. The ship from Laguna won't dock until tomorrow morning, and we'll be gone by then.
Ugh, what a hassle.
Patience, you know. The warrior has accepted the invitation. So, you'll have plenty of time to meet during the hunt. Is there something else you want to say?
I read Grandma Lilibet's Book of Prophecies. The hunt and our plan, neither end well.
A scroll Lilibet carries, recording visions glimpsed in the flame light. Both this book and the murals within Tetragon Temple are media through which the priestesses of Septimont convey prophecies to the people.
Are you sure we should go through with this?
Risk does not trouble me. Peril simply requires greater strength. But really, when did you start caring about the temple's traditions?
O ye faithless of Septimont, the divinity is enraged. Should your ruler defy their will again, doom shall be your fate. Lately, I've been hearing murmurs from the nobles again, about the ancient prophecy from Laguna.
I will admit, those words once carried weight. But when our ancestors crossed the waters and climbed these hills, Raguna's divinity didn't get a seat on the ship. And the priestesses all said the prophecy was incomplete. Only the hero of heroes, wielding extraordinary power, risen from the dark tides, shall bring eternity to Septimont. Then shall the waters quiet, the tempest still, and glory return with the blood of the old king.
The hero of heroes, the legendary ruler of Septimont. The legend traces its roots to an ancient prophecy that only the one who becomes the hero of heroes can save Septimont from falling into ruin. Risen from the dark tides. I feel like it's easy to assume that the hero of heroes would be Rover, and it could be. But could you say Cartathea has risen from the dark tides? Could it be her?
do not forget. This is the other half of the prophecy. Fabius, Attilius, Valeria, one after another, these heroes have saved Septimont from the brink of ruin. As long as a hero stands, no disaster can break this eternal city.
What if this time is different? What if ruin is our fate?
Then I will sever that fate with my blade.
What's so amusing?
So, the fearless priestess Iuno can be frightened after all. But it's fine. If you're afraid, don't push yourself. I can handle this alone. Most revered priestess, wait for me in the temple. I shall return victorious.
Frightened. Me? If anything, it's you, trying to shut me out and face it alone. Fine. Go ahead. You'll come back to me sooner or later.
That I can't deny.
Oh, they're giving girlfriends so much.
So you do need me for this hunt.
Thank you. You know.
Why are you saying this?
Whispers?
The storm is coming. Come, you know my friend. The best way to greet a storm is to walk straight into it.
Right, that's it. Blood and Sun. Exciting! We are moving toward the finale of the Renacita arc. I'm excited. Okay. Who else totally thought Augusta and Yuno were kind of giving girlfriends at the end there? I mean, they could just be friends, but I don't know. I feel like I was reading something there. Either way, I'm really excited to see more of them. And seeing this look at them was definitely nice. Because although they appeared in the 2.4 story, their appearances were pretty minimal. Yeah, I'm excited for the rest of the story in the next 2 weeks, I think. So, it's only been about 2 hours. So, I say we switch over to blueprints now. Let's do it. Let's play the blueprints. Play puzzle game. Yeah, I'm really excited to see where the story goes from here in Wuthering Waves. I think I wouldn't say that Wuthering Waves has like, you know, the best writing that I've ever seen. But I do really think like the presentation of the story elevates it to such a like the totality of the experience is really incredible, is I guess how I would put it. Does that kind of make sense? Like the unification of the whole is just really beautiful.